Welcome to Morpho, build your life. Today's our topic is a continuation of testing strategy. In previous video, we saw what is unit testing. Now we are going to see what is integration testing. Integration testing. The objective of integration testing is to take unit tested modules and build a program structure that has been dictated by design. Need for integration testing. Even if all the modules work properly, individually some interface errors may occur when they are put together. Data can be lost across an interface. One module may have an inadvertent adverse effect on one another. Subfunctions when combined may not produce the desired major functions. Individually, acceptable imprecision may be magnified to unexpected levels. Global data structures can present problems to expose defects in the interaction between these software modules when they are integrated. Integration testing focuses on checking data communication among these modules. INT, integration testing, also termed as string testing and thread testing. Types: Big Bang approach or non-incremental integration. Incremental integration. In incremental integration, top-down and bottom-up. In top-down, we have depth-first integration and breadth-first integration. And at last, sandwich integration. Big Bang integration. All modules are combined in advance and the entire program is tested as a whole. It is difficult to isolate source of errors. It results in chaos. It is an integration testing approach in which all the components or modules are integrated together at once and then tested as a unit. This combined set of components is considered as an entity while testing. If all of the components in the unit are not completed, the integration process will not execute. Advantages: convenient for small systems. Disadvantages: there will be quite a lot of delay because you would have to wait for all the modules to be integrated. High risk critical modules are not isolated and tested on priority since all modules are tested at once. Incremental integration. The program is constructed and tested in small segments. It is easier to isolate and correct errors. In this approach, testing is done by integrating two or more modules that are logically related to each other and then tested for proper functioning of the application. Then the other related modules are integrated incrementally and the process continues until all the logically related modules are integrated and tested successfully. Top-down integration. Modules are integrated by moving downward through the control hierarchy, beginning with the main control module. Integration of modules can be done using depth-first approach or breadth-first approach. Types: depth-first integration. Depth-first integration, all modules on a major control path of the structure. Breadth-first integration. Breadth-first integration incorporates all modules directly, subordinate at each level, moving across the structure horizontally. Steps for top-down integration. The main control module is used as test driver and steps are substituted for all modules directly subordinate to the main control module. Subordinate steps are replaced one at a time. Tests are conducted as each module is integrated. On completion of each set of tests, another step is replaced with the real module. Regression testing may be conducted to ensure that new errors have not been introduced. The process continues from step 2 until the entire program structure is built. Bottom-up integration is done after unit testing, and it consists of subsystem testing followed by testing the entire system. Lower-level subsystems are successively combined to form higher-level subsystems. Steps for bottom-up integration. Lower-level modules are combined into clusters and builds that perform a specific software subfunction. A driver is written to coordinate test case input and output. The cluster is tested, drivers are removed, and clusters combined, moving upward in the program structure. Sandwich integration. Sandwich integration uses a top-down strategy for upper levels of the program structure coupled with a bottom-up strategy for subordinate levels. Initially, it uses these steps and drivers stimulate at the behavior of missing component. It is also known as the hybrid integration testing. Test the user interface in isolation using steps. Test the very lowest level functions by using drivers. When the complete system isn't integrated, only main target layers remain for final test. Step is called by the module and a test driver causes the module to be tested. Regression testing. Execution of a test site following software modifications to verify that the modification have not introduced any unexpected side effects is known as regression testing. It can be conducted manually using capture playback tools. The next one is validation testing. Validation testing is a process of executing tests to ensure compliance with the software requirements. Review or audit. Audit determines whether the specified procedure is followed and the goal of the process is satisfied. It is done by auditors who are not developed. Alpha testing. Alpha testing is conducted at the developer's site by a customer. Developer records errors and usage problems. It is conducted by a controlled environment. Beta testing. Beta testing is conducted at one or more customer sites by the end user of the software. Customer records all problems. Developer is not present during beta testing. System testing. Software is integrated with other elements and a series of system integration, test and validation sets are conducted. This is known as system testing. Acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is a type of system testing that involves planning and execution of functional sets, performance tests, and stress tests to verify that the implemented software system satisfies the requirements stated in the requirements document. Functional testing. It is a type of black box testing that is used to demonstrate that the system satisfies customers' needs. Functions are tested by feeding them input and examining output. It should test boundary conditions, assumed initial values, and system defaults. Internal program structure is rarely considered. Functional test cases specify typical operating conditions, typical input values, and typical output values. Performance testing. It is a type of acceptance test that is used to verify response time, execution time, throughput primary and secondary memory utilization, and traffic rates on data channels and communicate links. It indicates processing bottleneck that are to be addressed during system testing and tuning. Stress testing. It is a type of acceptance testing that is designed to overload a system in various ways, such as attempting to sign on more than the maximum allowed number of terminals, processing more than the allowed number of identifiers or static levels, or disconnecting a communication link. It provides valuable insight concerning the strengths and weakness of a system. Recovery testing. It is a type of system testing that forces software to fail in a variety of ways and verifies that the recovery is properly performed. Security testing. Security testing is a type of system testing that attempts to verify that protection mechanisms built into a system will in fact protect it from improper penetration. That's it. Thank you.
Our upcoming videos are coming soon. Until this is Morpho, build your life.